DMC to KING. I'ma say this once, I ain't gonna say it again. DMC in the place to be, and the place for you to be is right here with Fred White. Tales from the pen. Yeah, that's it.
But then I realized there is a message. Fred, get on. There is a message to this youth. Yeah? There's a message here, y'all. The message is stay out the streets because they don't love you. And the message is when you're trying to live this gangster lifestyle, understand this. All these people that all these people look up to from the streets, look up to, they're all fucking dead or they're all in ADX under the jail. Not even in the jail, they're under it with no fucking windows. With surveillance cameras in their fucking cell. They can't even take a shit. Can't jerk off, they can't do shit. Without fucking cameras in their face. Under the jail with no fucking windows. And this is what you're looking up to? And that's what the fuck is wrong with society. We're looking up to fucking bozos. No disrespect to all them people in there. They choose that life. But I guarantee you, if you gave them that same scenario and went and told them, listen, we could change your life and go back. Most of them would fucking go back and they would go to school and be different. And not want to be street idols. And not want to be street fucking legends. I guarantee you. You go interview one of those dudes under the jail with no fucking windows. And he's still saying, yeah, I would live my same life and be the same person. Then he fucking deserves to stay there forever. But I guarantee you, 99 out of 100 in those fucking cells that are getting fed through fucking the door, that have no human contact, that can't touch their visits, I guarantee 99 out of 100 are going to say, man, I wish I could change my fucking life. 99 out of 100, if they had a YouTube channel like I do right now and they were able to express their voice, I guarantee they'd be telling the kids, don't do it. So they don't have that voice. I do. I'm telling you, don't do it. All these hood legends, they all end up in fucking jail or they're dead. There's no retirement from this shit. There's no retirement. They're not gonna, you're going to be the one to make it out of here. Do it the right way. You can, with hard work and dedication. Like my man Nate. My man Nate, go to his channel. Forgot to put it up there, Nate. Hard work and dedication. Because these kids are following these other kids in the streets who's leading them the wrong way. Let me give you some type of example of what I mean. If you tell one of these young bulls in the street, you run up on them, you look, and you tell them, man, you ain't about that life. You ain't busting your gun. You not built like that. If you tell one of them that, they're going to go out of their way to prove you wrong. They're going to go out of their way on some Jesse James shit, jumping out the car, bang, bang, 2 guns to let everybody know I am about that life. I am willing to take risks with my life. I am willing to put my life on the line, whether it be death or the penitentiary for the rest of my life, so that you people understand that I am hood. So you people understand that I am street and that I do bust my gun. Right? But now on the flip side, you run up on that kid and you tell him, you know what? I don't believe you could get your high school education. I don't believe that you could go on to college and be something with your life. I don't believe it. I don't believe that you could be productive and have a family and be a good parent. I don't believe you could do it. Why they won't try to prove you wrong? They will try to prove you wrong that they gun busting and robbing and killing, and I'm about that life. Risking lives, risking their lives, other people's lives to prove a point. But you tell them the same thing, man, I don't believe your ass can go to college. And they just take it like that. You right. Where's that same enthusiasm? Where's that same jumping out the car, busting your gun mentality, attitude? Instead of trying to prove these people wrong and in the streets who don't believe you're like that, why don't you prove people wrong who are looking at you, who don't know you, and say, this kid is a young derelict and he's headed to prison. Why can't you change that vibe? Why can't you go against that mentality? Why can't you go against people saying you're going to do some good? Why not? That's the difference, man. That's what's going on in the society, man. These kids is quick to try to prove, I bust my gun. And go sit up in the jail cell for fucking 40 fucking years. That's not a life to live. Laid up in the cells, no life to live. Nobody come and visit you. Hardly any letters coming through. And all them people that were saying, you ain't about that life. You ain't about that life. Or even the people that were bigging you up. Like, yo, he's official. He's about that life. Not one of them gonna send you a fucking package, man. Not one of them gonna send you a letter, man. They just gonna write it on Facebook. Yo, free my boy. And don't send them a fucking dollar in commissary. In New York, we have all you youngsters in the streets. All your homies gonna do when they find you murdered on the corner, all they're gonna do is wear a t-shirt. Rest in peace. It might be their favorite t-shirt for a few weeks. Life goes on. That's why you gotta be productive in life. That's why you gotta do something. That's why you gotta give back in life. You gotta be positive in life. You gotta make the right choices in life. You guys know I speak about choices and there's consequences for those choices. There's consequences for that lifestyle that you live. They get a bunch of you do a crime with a few people, guess what? At least if you're doing it with 4, at least 2 or 3 of them are gonna tell. They're not gonna understand what it means to, people talk all that death before dishonor bullshit. That's until they get you in the room and they start talking football numbers. Football numbers. When they start throwing 30, 40, 50 years at you. Yet you was just on Instagram flossing your money. You was just on Instagram pulling that 40 out. Talking gangster shit. But when they show you that, Instagram, and they show you how they got, you in their tangled web, guess what happens? They start talking. Some people don't even wait for that. Some people talk for a chicken sandwich. Are you hungry? Yeah, I could use a chicken sandwich. It's great, yeah. We'll be right back. You're gonna talk to us, right? Okay. And we brought you fries too. Fucking suckers. For a life of problems. Eventually, you do not want to have to come to that for what moment. Let me explain what a for what moment is. The for what moment is when you react and do something to somebody based off some anger. And you go to jail. And you wake up that next morning. And you wash your face and you look at that dull piece of metal that's supposed to be a mirror. But you can only see a blurry version of yourself. But as you look into that blurry mirror of yourself and reflection of who you are, you're going to look in yourself in the face and you're going to say, damn, For what? When I look on seeing some comments and shit with people, other people's videos and shit, when I see people like, yeah, you know, kill the rat and you know, I would do this. Man, listen, you don't know what the fuck you do. But the thing is, when you get in this game, you gotta understand that there's consequences. There's consequences to it. And there's gonna be some choices that you have to make. Okay? There's gonna be some choices that you may have to make that may affect your rest of your life when you get involved in these type of nonsense in the streets and running around and guns and drugs and so much things come with that life. The stick up kids, the police, the paranoia. Is your boy gonna tell everybody where the real stash spot is? It's like, who do I trust? It's like, it's a game that you think you have a lot of people, but really your paranoia gets you like by yourself, because you don't know who's gonna stab you in the back in that game. It's dirty. The streets are mean, people. Look at me. Look at my face. The streets is fucking mean. It's mean. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the likes. Let's get that shit for 50 people. Come on, man. It's just you being selfish if you in these streets and you got kids. You being selfish. I hate it. You know, but it took me a long time to understand this, though. It took me a long time to understand these kind of concepts. Like, if you really love your family, like, I can't even fathom waking up without my kids. I don't understand that. I can't. There's too much to lose. I wouldn't want, you know what I mean, to be there and to be talking, peace, Nate, to be talking, calling my family from home and talking to my kids from a payphone, from a phone inside the penitentiary. Them asking me, Daddy, when are you coming home? Daddy, you should have seen me at this baseball game. Daddy, you should have seen me at the basketball game. Did mommy send you pictures? These are scenarios that actually run through my mind. Sometimes when, you know, and I know I can never go back. I can never do that. Because of something selfishly that I did, or a lifestyle that I was living selfishly. Knowing that when you live in a certain lifestyle, they're going to come kick your door. It's just a matter of time. You ever had your door kicked in? I did. But to have your door kicked in and your kids are in the house, that's a whole fucking different ballgame. That's a whole different world. You don't traumatize these kids. These kids got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? These kids got nothing to do with nothing. And you got guns waving in their face. These men in armor with laser beams to your kid's forehead because they got to clear this house. There's a lot of people, you know, doing shit from their house with kids in the house too. There's nothing gangster about that. That's not keeping it gangster. It's just crazy to me. You know what I mean? So keeping it gangster to me is crazy because, like, keeping it gangster pretty much means, you know, you're throwing your life away. I think a lot of times when you know, for these young kids out here, once they get involved with, say, like certain organizations, you signed your life away. Because now you're still, because sometimes, you know, these kids don't like authority. I don't like it, still don't like that shit. But once you sign up to get involved in certain organizations, you signed your life away, and now you will be told what to do. Now you're not living really for yourself. You're living for something else. You're living for an organization that doesn't really love you. You're living for an organization that don't care about you. You're living for an organization, and you're doing this for an organization so the next younger generation could come up and disrespect you, and you know, you old now. Where's the loyalty? Never was none in the first place. Just understand that when you get involved with certain organizations, you're signing your life away, and you're signing a deal with the devil, whatever however that saying goes. You sealed your fate because the blueprint is there. Do you know anybody from these organizations, street gangs, whatever, that hasn't been to prison? Do you know anybody? I don't. I know every single person who I know who's been involved in that lifestyle has been to prison one time or not, or not. You know what I mean? So if you know that the blueprint is jail, you know this. You know this. The blueprint it's right there in front of you. There's history from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s on what happens to all of these organizations. It's not made up. Like, wow, they took down the whole organization? I can't believe it. Are you kidding me? No way. No. The blueprint is there. So why would you sign up for that? I don't get it. The blueprint is there throughout history of organizations and street level gangs of death and destruction. It's a history there. You can see it. You can look at it. You can research it. You can press Google. You can do what you want to do. Find out, right? But you're still signing up for this. You're still signing up for this? This is what you sign in your life? This is what you're doing? If you could sign a paper, and as soon as you sign that paper says, right here, look at the contract. The contract says, when you sign this, you will go to jail. Not sure for how long. If you go for a short period of time, you will probably go back several other times. That's what. Part 2 says, if you sign this paper, there is possibility you will die. Okay? Now let me see this contract right here. Would you sign it? Would you sign that paper if you knew that as soon as you signed it and finished it, you were thrown into prison? Like you signed it and bing, like a genie, and you ended up in prison. Would you sign that paper if boom, you woke up and you was in a coffin? Mama crying over your casket with your picture over there surrounded by flowers. If you sign that paper and boom, right away, that's what would happen. Would you still sign that paper? Would you still sign that paper? That's what I'm trying to say. Because when you sign that contract, when you take that oath, understand that even though it wasn't how I said it, bink, understand that when you sign that oath, that is your destiny. That is your destiny.